Next up, superstar Billy Graham and the Barbarian in a $10,000 arm wrestling match. And then of course the actual wrestling match. Graham's going to win, but then Paul Jones nails him in the face with his cane. And then, of course, Graham and Barbarian have to wrestle in an actual match. The finish would see Barbarian go up top for the diving headbutt, but Graham moves out of the way and he hooks on the bear hug. Paul Jones jumps in, hits Graham with his cane, and there's your DQ finish. So Graham wins both the arm wrestling match and the actual wrestling match, the wrestling portion by DQ. Billy Graham here in Jim Crockett Promotions. He's, obviously a big time star for Vince McMahon's WWF, but now here he is trying to reinvent himself for Jim Crockett Promotions. You got any good Billy Graham stories you can share with us?
No, just, at that time he had tried to morph over. He had shaved his head and had on karate pants and still had some incredible arms, but the body was not what it had been for WWF. Still looked good, had a good look, good biceps, good triceps. He looked pretty nasty with the shaved head, but the style of wrestling, again, I go back to it was an NWA thing.
Right.
You had to shit and get it, doing a test of strength for 5 minutes, didn't get it done with our audience. You had to go out and tear it up. And that was never his style, and it fit because he looked so incredible in the WWF days. People were just mesmerized by him, and I looked at the guy, and you go, Jesus Christ, what a body. And that's what kind of guided him through the WWF. Didn't apply in the NWA, and he was probably a fish out of water working for Crockett.
Well, it came off that way, as a wrestling fan, it just, it doesn't seem like it should have been. He seems like a WWF guy through and through, and his style of wrestling, as you put it, didn't exactly blend in here. And thanks to his, body probably deteriorating on him a little bit, he needed to become even more limited. So he tries this Karate Man role. And I guess that was a big deal in the mid 80s. The karate craze was huge, and Kung Fu movies were big on VHS, and he's trying something, but it just felt like a little bit of a mess.